Hi, boys and girls. This is Miss Green. Welcome to the reading lesson. Today we are working on Module 5, Lesson 4. You may have remembered from our previous lesson that we started studying silent letters. Last time we studied the letters M and B. And whenever you see M, B together, one of those letters is silent. Do you remember which one? If you said the letter B, you would be right. The B does not make a sound. We just hear the sound. One example of this would be the word climb. We do not hear the B sound, we just hear the M. Well, today we are studying a new silent letter combination, and that is KN. And whenever you come across KN together in a word, the K is silent. So these two letters work together to make the N sound, just like in the word know, like I know the answer. Let's take a look at this reading passage here and see if we can identify the words that have KN in them and see if we can read them, remembering that the K is silent and that those two letters just make the N sound. All right, here we go. Knox can tie a knot. I'm going to circle those words because they have the KN in there. He knows how to tie lots of knots. He does not knit, but he would if he knew how. Kendra knocked on the door. She uses her knuckles to knock hard. She turned the door knob, but the door was locked. Wow, we came across a lot of words that had KN in them, didn't we? Let's read this again. Now that we know what it says, let's read it again to understand what it means, okay? Knox can tie a knot. He knows how to tie lots of knots. He does not knit, but he would if he knew how. So who is the main character of this paragraph here? Knox, right? And what does Knox know how to do? He can tie knots. But what is something that Knox cannot do? Knit. You're right. Knox does not know how to knit. This is knitting right here. They do it with a ball of yarn and needles. All right, let's read the second paragraph. Kendra knocked on the door. She uses her knuckles to knock hard. She turned the doorknob, but the door was locked. So who's the main character in our second paragraph? We have Kendra, right? And what is she doing? She's knocking on the door with her knuckles. Those are the bony parts in your fingers where they bend. She was knocking hard, but when she tried to turn the doorknob, what happened? The door was locked. Have you ever been locked out before? I know I have. Our key word for this lesson is silent. Silent. Write that down and send it to your teacher. Okay, let's practice spelling some words with silent letters. So what we're going to do here is we are going to circle the third letter in each balloon to come up with our new word, okay? And our word is going to have a silent letter in it, okay? So here we go. We're going to count off every third letter, all right? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's put that together to see what our word is. So I have the letter K, then the letter N, then the letter E, and then another letter E. Let's see if we can decode this word. Whenever I have two E's together, that's kind of like the magic E. It makes the E sound. And I know that K-N, K is silent, and these two letters make the N sound. So this word is N-E, knee. Like your knee is a part of your body. Very good. Let's move on to the next one. We're going to count off every third letter, okay? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's see what word we have here. I have an L, I, M, and B. MB, that is our silent letter combo, and the B is silent. So let's sound out this word. Limb, like a tree limb. Very good. Let's do another one. Count off every third letter. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's figure out what our word is. I have K-N-O-B. K-N says what sound? The K is silent. So let's sound out this word. Ob, knob. Very good reading. 2 more. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's write our word. I have P-H-O-T-O. Do you remember what P-H says together? That is not a silent letter. That is a consonant digraph when we have two consonants that make two different sounds, but when you put them together, they make one sound. What sound does PH make when you see it together? Just like the letter F. Okay, let's try sounding out this word. Fata. Is that a word, friends? No. One way that we can figure out what the word is, if we try reading it with the short vowel sounds and it doesn't work, we can always try the long vowel sound instead. So let's try that. O-t-o. Photo. Photo. Is that a word? Yes, just like a photograph. And the last one. All right, I have the letter C-O-M-B. The B is going to be silent. M-B works together to say So let's try sounding out this word. Calm. No, that's not a word by itself. It sounds kind of like the word calm, and it sounds very close to the word come, but it is not the same. So let's try the long O sound there. Comb. Like, did you comb your hair today? Is that a word? Absolutely. Excellent reading, boys and girls. We are also learning about comparing and contrasting this week. We studied compare and contrast yesterday. I hope you watched the Brain Pop video with Annie and Moby about compare and contrast. Compare means that we tell how two things are the same or how they are alike. And contrast means that we tell how they are different. Annie and Moby taught us that we can use a Venn diagram to tell how things are alike and different. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read 2 stories to you today, and we're going to see if we can compare and contrast the characters and the events in the story. Let's see if we can tell how they are alike and different. If they are the same, if we're telling how they are the same, we're going to put that into the middle category. This middle circle right here will describe both stories, what they have in common. And if we want to tell how they are different, then we will write whatever applies to the runaway pancake by itself on this side, and whatever applies to the gingerbread man on this side. All right, so here we go. The gingerbread man. A little old man and a little old woman lived in a cottage. One day, the old woman made a gingerbread man. She decorated the gingerbread man with eyes made of currants and buttons made of cherries. But when she took out gingerbread man from the oven, he jumped out and ran away. The old woman and her husband ran after him, but the gingerbread man was too fast for them. He shouted as he ran, "Run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man." Not the pig or the cow or the horse who followed could catch the gingerbread man. Finally, the gingerbread man came to a river and didn't know how to cross it. A fox came up to him and offered to help him to cross the river. He asked him to sit on his tail, but the gingerbread man did not want to get wet. Then the fox told him to sit on his back, and finally on his nose. No sooner did the gingerbread man sit on the fox's nose than that sly old fox tossed him up and gobbled him whole. Oh my goodness. Maybe you're familiar with the gingerbread man with that story. We're going to read another one now. This story is from the country of Norway, and it's called The Runaway Pancake. I already notice a similarity. I think that the pancake is going to run away from whoever made him, just like the gingerbread man ran away from the old man and old woman. Let's see if we're right. 2 women were baking a pancake, and when it was almost done, they began to quarrel. Quarrel means that they were arguing, because each one wanted the whole thing. The old woman said, "I get the pancake." The other one replied, "No, I want all of it." Before they knew what was happening, the pancake suddenly grew feet, jumped out of the pan, and ran away. He came to Fox, who said to him, "Pancake, where are you going?" The pancake answered, "I ran away from 2 old women, and I shall run away from you as well." He said the same thing to Rabbit and to Chicken. Pancake next ran into Pig, who asked him, "Pancake, where are you going?" Then Pig said, "Pancake, I am hard of hearing. You'll have to say it into my ear." So the pancake went up close, and the pig snatched him and ate him up. And with that, the story ended. All right, let's see if we can tell how these 2 stories are alike and different. Let's start by comparing them. Remember, comparing means we tell how they are the same. Well, in both stories, the main characters come alive, the gingerbread man and the pancake. So that is one way that they are alike. Another thing is that both the gingerbread man and the pancake got eaten. They sure did. Okay, what else do we know about those 2 characters? They both ran away, didn't they? The gingerbread man ran away, and the pancake ran away. And last thing, they both got tricked. the gingerbread man got tricked by the fox, right? Because the fox wanted to help him cross the river. And the runaway pancake, he got tricked by the pig, didn't he? Because the pig pretended like he was hard of hearing. Okay, so now let's talk about how they were different. Well, the two main characters were different, weren't they? In this one, the main character was a gingerbread man. Versus the runaway pancake, the main character was the pancake. Okay, then who chased after the gingerbread man? We have an old man and an old woman. Oops. So the old man and the old woman chased after the gingerbread man. And then we also had a fox in this one, and we had a fox in Runaway Pancake too. So we could say there was a fox in both stories also. All right, but in the Runaway Pancake, we had two old women instead of a man and a woman. Okay. Who was the gingerbread man eaten by? He was eaten by a fox, wasn't he? I'm going to say eaten and tricked by a fox. And then the runaway pancake, who was he eaten by? He was eaten and tricked by the pig. Now let's think about how the fox tricked the gingerbread man. The fox tricked the gingerbread man because he was helping him cross the river. So he tricked him by pretending to help him cross the river. But in the runaway pancake, how did the pig trick the pancake? He tricked him by making him think that he could not hear, so he had to come closer. Think that he could not hear. All right, so that is how we compare and contrast two stories. Remember that compare means to tell how two things are alike. And whenever we use a Venn diagram, we write the comparisons in the middle of the two circles. And then we write how they are different on the outsides. I hope you enjoyed our lesson for today. Good luck in your learning module. Bye.